of Borderlands, and Borderlands takes place on the planet of Pandora. The story is very
basic.
Very basic. I mean, it's pretty much you're one of 4 mercenaries who was sent to the planet of Pandora, like we said, and you're there to find a vault, which is full of like riches and alien weapons, and it's pretty much just like an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What everyone would dream of. Ladies too, apparently. Women.
You can pick from 4 characters. You have your generic soldier, which is pretty much, you can mold him however you want to, make him good at whatever gun class you want to make him good at. You have the hunter, who is really good with snipers and revolvers. Oh yeah, all these guys have specials. And the soldier special is a turret you can throw out, and this turret will shoot for you, and it has a shield that you can duck behind, and as you upgrade it, as you level up, you can upgrade it to have like a ring around it that if you stand in, it'll heal, or it'll shoot missiles out of it, or regenerate ammo, or if you die next to it, it'll revive you. Things like that. And the hunter who we were just talking about, his special is a bird called Bloodwing, which you can shoot out and, well, not shoot out, but throw out.
Release.
And it'll attack enemies and like.
When we played through the game, I played with the hunter class, and the Bloodhawk, you throw it out, and it hits the enemy, and it takes that, like when it hits the enemy, money comes out. Like with the machine gun, like with everyone's specials, you can upgrade them along the way. Some other things, like with the bird, is it can hit more than one enemy, more goods come out of the enemy when it hits it.
Okay. And then there's also the Siren class, which is sort of your mage type class. And we could never really figure out what she was good with, but I think it's SMGs and your SMG. Regular type of pistols is what she's good at. But her special is that she can sort of does this thing called phase walk, where she can freeze time. Well, not freeze time, but like make everything go slower except for her, so she can get behind enemies and stab them or gun them down from there. When she starts to teleport, it lets off a burst of like fire, electricity.
Stuns the enemies, with whatever it is. We'll go into the different kind of like damages later.
Yeah. And then you have your Berserker, which is like, if you've ever played an RPG, your tank class. He just takes a lot of damage, and he's good with rockets and rifles and shotguns, pretty much all your like heavy weapons. And his special is he just goes berserk, and he just pulls out his fist, which you can upgrade to like put rings and different nasty things on, and he runs up and just punches the shit out of enemies. And so that's the 4 characters.
So basically, the game is an MMO FPS, and if you ever play, if I was going to compare it to the game, if you ever play the game Diablo, the like weapon system, and like it's a lot like that, because all the weapons, there's thousands to, I don't know if there's millions, but
I hear different numbers every time, but I think like
there's a lot, because
500,000 or so.
How they generate them is like there's a different type of weapons. There's revolvers, pistols, rifles, SMGs, sniper rifles, grenade launchers, and there's alien weapons. And all of those weapons, there's like different like models and makes of them, and there's like different damages that can be added onto them, and just like colors. And then all weapons, there's a color system. Like it goes to white to orange, and orange is the rarest type of weapon. It's white, green, blue, purple,
yellow,
orange. Oh no, it's orange, yellow, I think. But yeah, like yellow's the most rarest, and so every weapon's different every time. Like you'll never. It's really rare that you find the same weapon.
No one in your group is ever going to be carrying the same weapon as you, because they just feed all this information into some program, and it just spews out millions of weapons. And it does the same thing when it's spawning enemies. I mean, you're not going to see like hundreds of thousands of different enemies, but you are going to see different types of the same enemy as you go through the game. They'll sort of be more difficult. Like they'll be badass, pretty much means that like that's your tougher enemy. And then on playthrough 2, I didn't see these in the first playthrough, but they have these things called bad mothers, which is just like, you better get the fuck out of there, because these things will tear you up. And like you said about Diablo, this game is unlike Fallout, which is being compared to by everybody, unlike Fallout, this game is an FPS first and an RPG second, but I never feel that like the RPG element takes a backseat to the FPS. Like it's always there in your mind. Like if I kill this, I get this much XP, and you want to like go out and grind your character so you can get higher levels to unlock more things for your character special abilities.
But back to like the weapons, everything in this game, the weapons, there's like a type of damage. They could just do normal damage like that they have. All weapons, when you pick one up, like the stats it shows, there's a damage and accuracy and the rate of fire. There's different kinds of like damage that weapons can do. It's like the uniqueness of it, and it's corrosive, which basically it's like acid damage, and then there's fire, which if the enemy has like flesh, not armor, it can light them on fire, and then electric, what takes down enemies' shields. Explosive, which is just more damage from explosions, and all that's on a gun. They could do like ×2 of that on the gun, and yeah, it's really helpful. And with every character's specials, you can upgrade those with artifacts. There's like fire artifacts, explosive artifacts, just like corrosive artifacts and stuff like that. And it basically does the same thing, but with other specials. So if you have the Bloodwing, the Hawk with the Hunter class, and you put on like a fire artifact, then like he'll do fire damage, and that goes with every weapon in the game.
You can't put the artifacts on the weapons, but you can put them on the specials.
Yeah, the artifacts are only for specials, but then every weapon, like a lot of them have like that kind of special damage, like fire or something, which is cool.
There are a few graphic things, like if you come out of an area, the textures will slowly fade in, but that's really common with the Unreal Engine.
Yeah, it's because of like the world is so like the maps that you go through in this, they're really big, and then there's like just the world of Panera itself. There's so many places you can go, so that's probably why it takes a while to load.
Yeah, I mean the Unreal Engine is just it does that for anything that it does on Mass Effect, Gears of War, anything that it's on, and the payoff is phenomenal though. I mean, for that like brief 3 seconds that everything's sort of fuzzy and then it fades in, you get some of the best artwork I've seen in a game since Assassin's Creed, and it's all done in that like comic book style, like Crackdown, which I thought is one of the coolest looking games. And I just think that the art style really drives this game.
Yeah, like how the graphics are definitely really great. Just a little like mishap things with like the water and like vehicles, but it's nothing too major like to say no, I don't want to buy this game.
Yeah, and there's a ton of detail in everything too. Like everywhere you look, there's like minuscule details in like the character models, the guns especially, just the environment, and they did a real good job of making you feel like you're on this planet that's sort of just been completely overtaken by like bandits and is just run down. It's a nasty place. And
so basically what you do is you run around doing quests. It's like any normal RPG kind of game. And with those quests you get rewards like XP towards your level, and your level you go up to level 50. And with once you get past level 5, you can start adding points to your characters. And each character has a different class tree, and those class trees, there's 3 of them, and each of them pertains to like what your character is good at, and you could put your skill points onto it. Like some examples are like better critical hit damage, or better stuff for like your specials, like the turret or the Bloodwing. And okay, so class tree for different each, and you can add those points as you level up, and that comes with getting XP. And then also when you level up, you gain more health. And each person can have a shield. And one thing that I like didn't like about this before is that you had a backpack, and that's all you can carry all the weapons you pick up in, and there was no like chest at like some place, like some town that you could keep weapons in. You had to carry everything in your inventory, which I didn't like. You had to like pick and choose what you wanted. But what they did is that if you rescue these little robots and like get them a repair kit and repair them, they'll give you like a backpack upgrade, and you can hold more stuff. So they kind of like fix that, but at first I was kind of skeptical.